learning target for today is I can use a variety of materials to create a collage of a deer. I'll know I've succeeded when I've created my work of art using paper, fabric, and markers. Amazing artists, today we are creating this beautiful winter deer. This deer is a collage. Collage is a French word and it means paper and glue. So a work of art that is a collage is made of paper and glue. We're actually adding in one more piece to this. We're going to use fabric too. This collage is going to be a mixture of paper, fabric, and glue, of course. In your supply bags, you'll find everything you need, except you will need to get scissors and a glue stick and some markers. So be sure to gather those supplies and let's get started. I have the supplies from the art supply bag, and the first thing I need to do is take out that staple. I know it can be tricky, but let's carefully remove the staple and see what this project entails. I see two different large pieces of paper, a green and black one and a brown one. I see a purple triangular piece. It's easier for me just to dump it all out here. Oh, look at these little fabric pieces. We all have different pieces of fabric, but we're going to use those to create the belly of our deer. So you can gather all those up. Notice there's a black circle that is a nose. Oop, I got a couple black circles. And we have, more fabric. Oh, look at all those little pieces. The light shape that I just picked up is the belly. The very center of the belly, I should say. I'm going to set those aside and the nose. I don't need them now. Oh, I have two antlers. Okay. But what I need to do is start with that triangular purple shape. Notice it's the same shape as the shape of the deer's head. That's what I'm going to use as a template or as an example of the shape that I need on my project. Grab your marker and carefully trace around that triangular shape. Now, I know that you could have drawn this shape as well, but I wanted to include a tracer so that the face of your deer comes out the right size. Look how cool that is that we traced. Let's now add in the space for the eyes. From the top of the head, I'm making two curved lines on the side of that triangle. Notice they're curved, but they're not the same. Do your best and create the curved lines of the face. Next, I'm doing the eyes of the deer. You are free to make any style eyes that you would like. This style of eye is very cartoon-like, and I've noticed that a lot of you enjoy drawing something that is more cartoon-like, so I figured that I would do the same. The way you draw these eyes is with one big circle, then two smaller circles inside. I'll do it again. One big circle, two smaller circles on the inside, and those are the part I leave not colored. So I have the big circle and two circles, and really all that I'm doing is coloring in that big circle, leaving the little circles uncolored. Those are the hot spots of the eye. All right, I want to add in ears. Deer really have very big ears, so we're going to use as much of this paper as we can to create some big deer ears. I'm even going to draw one that goes down a little bit so I have more room. I want to draw the inside of the ear, and again, I'm just doing this all in my marker. Okay, oh, it kind of looks like a little goat right now. I've got ears. I'm not going to do anything with the nose yet. Instead, I'm going to draw the body. Two curved lines from the bottom of the face down to the bottom of my paper. Okay, now that I have all those pieces, I need to cut out my deer. This part's the tricky part. Do your very best and cut out your deer. Okay, Just like that, I have cut out my deer. Notice I've left the ears and everything connected. Now it's time to glue down our deer, starting our collage. Remember, collage really means paper and glue, and that's exactly what we're doing. We are going to glue our deer down on the very bottom of the black and green paper. So flip it over, add your glue. Whatever glue you have is fine. The school glue that we sent home that was the glue stick will work great. Your job is to glue your deer down so that we can add all of the fun details. Perfect! My deer is down at the bottom of my paper, and I am massaging so that it stays down on the bottom of my paper. And now it's time to add all these little parts that you found inside your baggie. Start gathering all of the fabric. You probably have 2 different patterns of fabric. You get to decide how you want to organize that on your deer. One of the easiest things to do is to add a little glue around the edges of your deer because that is where we are going to put our fabric. Then decide how you want it organized and lay it out there. Here's the deer that I'm working on, and you'll notice that I've chosen one pattern to go around the outside of the deer and the other pattern to go just inside that area. Oh, one more thing. I realized I forgot to tell you. You are able to glue down that light colored paper for the very belly of the deer. Be sure to glue that little rounded piece of paper at the very bottom. Even though you might not have enough fabric to cover everything like I did, we can always trim that part if we need to. So basically, glue your fabric around the edges of your deer's body, leaving the middle because that piece of paper will cover up that section. We just want to add a little bit of fun texture to our deer. Next, we're going to glue on the nose. And that goes right at the very bottom of the face. There we go. And the last thing to glue on for our collage are the antlers. I'm gluing those down right at the top of my deer's head, and I like to try to slip them under just a little bit. It kind of makes it look more realistic. Now I realize, boys and girls, that this video goes very fast, and there might be some things that I did too fast and you need to see again. That's the great thing about our video. You're able to stop the video or go back and look at something again. That way you don't have to feel rushed as you're working. Once your antlers are glued down, we are nearly finished with this impressive collage. There's just a few more things that this deer needs. Take a look at the deer that was complete and take a look at your deer. Do you notice that the finished deer has texture? Texture is the way something feels. Now, we're not really feeling a deer, but we can notice how the deer might feel. Oop, and I'm going to add some eyelashes too. Back to texture. I want to make sure that the deer looks the way it might feel. And I'm doing that by adding lines. These lines are going to make it look like the deer has some fur. This is very, very challenging. Our little fingers have to control those markers so that we get lots of little lines. Go ahead and give it a try. Try to do as many lines as you can on the face and on the ears. After adding the texture, the last step is to give our deer a night sky to live in. You might want to add snowflakes or stars or even a moon. It's up to you. Don't forget to post your beautiful work of art in Seesaw.